Today we're going to do an incline problem. The problem starts with a 40 kilogram wagon being towed up a hill inclined at 18.5 degrees with respect to the horizontal. Okay, the tow rope is parallel to the incline and has a tension of 140 newtons. The tension is also equal to your applied force, so that is your FA. Assume that the wagon starts from rest at the bottom of the hill and neglect friction. How fast is the wagon going after moving 80 meters up the hill? Okay, so it says that we're starting from rest, so our initial velocity is going to be 0. And it says to neglect friction, so that means our FFR is going to be 0 as well. And it gives us our distance, which is 80 meters, and it's asking how fast the wagon is going, so that's going to be our final velocity. Since we're looking for our final velocity, we're going to use the equation final velocity squared equals initial velocity squared plus 2 times acceleration times delta x. The only thing we don't have in this problem is our acceleration, so we're going to find acceleration by using the equation F net equals ma, your mass times acceleration. So we're going to break down your equation, and it's going to be the sum of the forces in the x equals your applied force, minus your gravity in the x direction, minus your force of friction, equals ma. You're going to subtract your gravitational force in the x direction because it's pulling against the way the wagon's going. Since we don't have our force of gravity in the x direction, we have to calculate it. First, we have to find our gravitational force. So to do that, you multiply your mass times gravity. Your mass is 40 times gravity, which is 9.8, and then to find your gravity in the x, you have to also multiply by sine and then the angle, which is 18.5. When that's all calculated out, it's 124.4 newtons. Alright, now that we have our force of gravity in the x, you can plug everything into the equation of above. Okay, so your applied force is 140 newtons minus 124.4, and then your force of friction is 0, equals your mass, which is 40, times acceleration. Okay, so that's going to equal 15.6 equals 40 A. That's fine. Okay. And then when you calculate acceleration for the final number, it is 0.39 A. Well, equals A. Okay. So now that we have our acceleration, we can plug it into the top equation to find your final velocity. Okay, so your final velocity squared equals 0, because that's your initial velocity, because you're starting at rest, plus 2 times 0.39, because that's your acceleration, times 80, which is your distance. Okay, that is going to equal final velocity squared equals 62.4. To get rid of the square, you have to square root both sides. And when you square root 62.4, your final velocity is going to be equal to 7.9 meters per second. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching.